What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here, and today we're going to do a few different things. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and do Skirmish 2. So I'm scouting it right here. I see 110 grunts, 120 archers. So with the size of my army right now, this should be something that you should be able to take out right away as you start the game. So nothing really to it. So we're going against the Soul Forger with a little bit of troops. So this should go down fairly fast. Now that wall is actually taking quite a bit to take down, but once it goes down, it's pretty much over. There we go. Alright, so here we go. Their morale is already dropping. It should go to 0 here fairly fast. Alright, so we got 50%. Okay, so their infantry is all wiped out. Now that we get to the archers, it's already over. It's completely done. There we go. Good stuff. So now that we've taken that out, it's pretty much just for the siege. Some cavalry is left over, but it's done. There we go. So Skirmish 2 defeated, fairly simple. Only 28 casualties, so nothing too big. Cool deal. Now this whole space is going to open for us to start building things. I'm going to get into a lot of these buildings because most of these buildings are mainly like gem buildings that you're going to need later on. But for now, we're not going to focus too much on that. Now, the main thing that happens is that the hero stages are going to open up. And these hero stages are pretty much like the dungeons of this game, okay? This is where you're going to take your heroes and you're going to go through 3 stages each one. And at the end, you will usually run into a boss. So, I guess this one we're going to be going up against the Oracle. This is going to be like the trial run. So you can do up to 5 heroes, but because this is just the beginning, I can only do the 2. But of course, as you level up and you gain heroes, you'll actually be able to use up to 5. So this is going to be fairly simple because this is pretty much the tutorial. You can just walk through it. Now on the bottom there, you see the green HP bar. That's just basically the life that your heroes have. Pretty straightforward. Now the yellow bar, that's going to be what they use to use their special ability right there. That's the MP. Now you can actually go ahead and click on the hero and they'll automatically use it, but there is a separate way to actually use this in battle in here. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean by that. So there goes Oathkeeper. He's going to be able to use it, but if you hold it, you can actually use it in the direction that you want. So you can control when they proc and who they proc on. So right there you see I'm holding it, and I want to go ahead and proc on the boss because that other one was about to die. So it is really important that you learn how to use that at the right time and in the right way, and try to hit as many as you can, because these dungeons, aka dungeons, they're going to get a lot harder as you move through them. So we went ahead and cleared that tutorial one per se. So let's go ahead and use this little one. At the third one there that you see, there is a hero there. A lot of times that hero is just the one that you will go up against at the end, but that one specifically, I'm going to be able to actually get this hero. Now here you see me ranking up the hero. Once you actually collect all the items that hero needs, you can rank him up, and that gives him additional stats. It boosts his abilities in battle when you send him with troops and whatnot, but we'll get into that more when we do in-depth guides on how heroes work specifically. So let's keep rolling on. We still only have these 2 heroes, so this should be fairly simple. There we go. Boom. Good deal. And really, Oathkeeper really isn't doing much. He's just kind of like walking up there, and by the time he gets there, they're already done. There we go. That's kind of funny. Now here we go. Keep in mind that a lot of times, once you keep moving on, when the MP bar is full, you don't actually necessarily have to use it right away. You can save it for the next stage or for the boss, especially if you're struggling with it. So there we go. That was the boss right there, so we took it down, and then we just go ahead and finish it up there. Good deal, clean sweep, not a problem. These are fairly simple to get through, even without clicking anything, quite honestly. Okay, so now on this one, the ones that have these characters here, these are the ones that are going to have the bigger bosses at the end. Now, this one is Storm Sage which is gonna be okay. We should be able to take him out fairly simple. Oh, or Sage of Storms, my bad. I messed up his name. Okay, so the last Belena sent you to get back up. Okay. Now, we are actually going up against a Rose Knight here. This is a hero that you won't get until later on. So, keep her in your mind because later on she is one of the more important ones. We're going to walk right through it. And on that third stage, we should be able to get the hero here. Okay, let's go. Boss appeared. There he is. Now, here's what I mean. Now, on this one, the main one that I want to attack is him. So notice how I focus him down first and then worried about anything else. That's the way that you should usually do it, especially if there's a healer involved. So Sage of Storms, not bad. You remind me of my younger self. Very well. I've been here long enough. I'll tag along for the journey. Cool deal. So we got a Sage of Storm that's going to join our party now, which is going to bring more damage. It's going to be even easier to get through these. Here we go. New hero, Sage of Storms. His actual name is Anderson, but nobody really calls him Anderson because he's not in the Matrix. Alright, so let's go back. Let's go back here. We got 200 gems. Let me proceed back out and get the gems. Sweet. Well, that's an easy way to get 200 gems easily. Okay, cool deal. Hero promoted. Cool. Cool, cool. And let's get my mystery box and make sure that we actually keep equipping our heroes, because those items will give them stat boosts, and the higher level that they are and the higher the item, the better it's going to be. So don't ever forget that, especially on the heroes that you are actually using. There we go. So we got him all the way maxed out. Cool deal. Now let me go ahead and collect that. Sweet, we reached level 10. We're moving on up in the world. Reach player level 10. So let me go ahead and collect that. Okay. Now for these buildings, I'm probably gonna cover that in the next episode. And this next one is going to be one of the more exciting ones, Skirmish 3, because this is where you're gonna be able to start building your manors and your infirmaries and all of that. It looks actually, this one looks fairly simple. They only have 300 archers, so I'm gonna have to train up some infantry to be able to take this on. But like I said, we're gonna be doing that in the next episode. But yeah, thank you guys for watching as I go ahead and start training my infantries right now to get ready. Alright, and until later. Bye!